Hi guys, just want to make a quick video for my top 5 items from patch 9.1 for Shadow Priests, and this kind of goes for most intellect using range DPS, but this one is specifically about Shadow Priests. So with that, let's get started. Number 5, going straight into it, we've got the Tome of Monstrous Constructions. Drops at eye level 252 from the Terra Group boss from Sanctum of Domination. It's going to be a trinket slot. And the passive effect gives a damaging ability that has a high chance to deal additional shadow damage. This additional shadow damage is about 5 times what you can expect from a Shadow Core potion. So with that, it's going to be good DPS. If you can get your hands on it early, definitely recommend equipping. Otherwise, there are better trinkets that will come later, but this is just something for now. Moving right along, number 4, Imperial Ordinance. A lot of Shadow Priests were using this last patch. It has been nerfed in 9.1. This time it does put other on-use trinkets on a 40-second cooldown. However, Shadow Priests... well, I guess this will affect Shadow Priests because we're going to be using the Ruby that we'll be talking about later. So, Imperial Ordinance is going to be good early. And if you have a really good passive trinket that has no on-use effects, then this will be really, really good because you can stack both of them up. But right now, you can't do double on-use trinkets anymore. It puts the other item on a 40-second cooldown instead of a 20-second cooldown, so you'll never get to line up Imperial Ordinance with the other one. This drops from Spires of Ascension, though. At level 252 at the highest if you run an M plus 15 from the weekly Great Vault. If you really want to focus on getting this item, you can farm just Spires of Ascension. It will only give you drops from the dungeon that you ran. So theoretically, 10 runs, 3 slots, you got 3 chances at it, so it's possible. Probably not worth it, there are better drops, but something to consider. And it grants 520 intellect at I-252 for 15 seconds and deals a little bit of damage additionally. Moving right along, Tome of Insight, huge item that is way overpowered and, pre-warning, probably going to be nerfed. Right now, it's the I-207 version, gives more crit than the mythic Sire-Denathrius Kabbalist drop, the I-233 version, so there's definitely more than likely nerfs are incoming. It's still a pretty cool item if you can pick it up until it gets nerfed. We'll see what those nerfs do to it, where it ends up, but right now, very, very strong. Definitely recommend getting your hands on it. You can get it to 233 at the max rank. You get it from Corthian Armaments, which you can buy from the Death's Advance rep. You need, I believe it's friendly, and it costs 1,000 Stygia. And you can also get it as a rare drop from Corthian Rares. You can upgrade this through Archivist Codex rep. You need rank 5 to get, rank 6 to get 233, rank 5 to get like 226, I believe. And you need to spend artifacts on it. It costs around 5,000 artifacts to upgrade it all the way to 233. So pretty expensive, but it's really good right now, so it might be worth it if it doesn't get nerfed. And it grants a ton of crit. Passively, too. It's got like a 60% uptime or something ridiculous like that. Moving along, Soulletting Ruby at slot number 2. Obviously, trinket slot. This is our best in slot from 9.0. It's remaining our best in slot trinket, better than all of the raid trinkets. It's dropping at I-252. Once again, like the Spires kind of farm, you can complete 10 Theater of Pains, and that's the only dungeon you run for a week, and you will get 3 drops from Theater of Pain. So if you want to guarantee yourself a 252 Ruby, that is a really good way to farm this. It's if you want other things, you're not just planning to run one dungeon, it's not the best. You can't do both. You have to choose. But if you want to ensure that you have the best trinket, farm 10, 15 TOPs and let your Great Vault, hopefully you get lucky and it gets in there. Grants 1200 crit for 16 seconds on a 2-minute cooldown. This lines up exactly with PI. A lot of people just bind PI and Soulletting Ruby together if you don't plan on giving your PI away. It's a really good trinket. It is almost definitely your best in slot. So moving along once again, number 1, we have the Maledict Opus. This is the 2-handed weapon that drops from the second to last boss, Kel'Thuzad, in Sanctum of Domination. Drops at I-259 at max. You gotta ignore the 233, that's just what WoW had on their website. But at I-259, this gives an insane amount of intellect, great amount of passive secondary stats, and it sims 400 DPS in the highest Veiled Market weapon. So this is the weapon that you want to pick up if you can find it. Obviously, you need to have a mythic team to even get to Kel'Thuzad. It's the 9th boss out of 10, so it's going to be a long time before the average player sees this, but if you're in a high-end tier raiding guild or something like that, and you can get this boss on farm, this is the absolute best weapon you can pick up. So with that, thank you for listening. I appreciate your time, and let me know if you have any comments or feedback or what you think. If you have a better list than mine, please feel free to let me know. Have a good day, and peace out.